Welcome to the Canadian Stick Curling Championship. We're watching quarterfinal play in our open division between John Marshall and Haylett Clark from Nova Scotia and Norm Magnuson and Resby Coots from Manitoba. Magnuson and Coots were first place in their pool and will receive last rock in the first end. And it's a delivery by Resby Coots, playing to the side. Looks like it's going to be in the house. Very nice shot. So just a reminder about the rules for two-person stick curling. Each team has only 2 players, 6 rocks per end, and only 6 ends. The game is done within an hour. Each player stays at their own end. No takeouts until the 4th rock, and no sweeping between the hog lines. So this is the 3rd rock coming into play, and so now they can begin their takeouts. And Resby is delivering the takeout. Looks like it needs to curl a little bit. He's going to get one, not both of them. And here comes the next rock. We're going to try and get that yellow one out of there. Oh, it looks like it's just going to over curl a little bit. It doesn't stay in the house. So playing it pretty clean in the first end. So we're here at Curl Moncton in Moncton, New Brunswick at the Canadian Stick Curling Two-Person Championship. And it looked like Resby turned this one in a little bit and missed on the inside. So an opportunity to put a guard up at the top of the house. See if they can steal the first end. And here it comes into, looks like it might be just a little bit heavy for a guard. It's coming right up to the other rock. Oh, it's even coming by the other rock. Just stops at the back of the house. All right, Resby Coots going to make another attempt at this takeout. This one looks very close to getting the double. Oh, he jammed it on the back one. But he's sitting shot rock at the moment. And looks like this might over curl a little bit. It's coming in. Ooh, just got it out in front of the other one. So one rock in play here. The blue rock at the back, and the team from Manitoba is going to hit it, try and hit it, and keep the house nice and clean. Another fine shot. Looks like it's right on the nose. So it looks like they're just going to try and blank this first end, just throw this one through, since the Nova Scotia team rolled out. And here comes the last rock for the end, and it's a blank end. So after one end of play, we have a score of 0-0. And here's the first rock coming into play. So in other quarterfinal action, we'll try and keep you update as the draw goes on. Here we have the Beach Brothers from Saskatchewan playing against Dunsford and Sanderson from PEI. And the Beach Brothers got 2 in the first end to go up 2-0. In other action, McDougall and Doucette from Nova Scotia are playing against Sears and Hendricks from BC, and McDougall and Doucette scored 2 in the first end to go up 2-0. So here comes the next rock into play, and it looks like it's going to just get into the house. Okay, it's the 4th rock of the end, and here we are playing a takeout. It's a very nice shot. Sitting 1. So the Nova Scotia team's having a look at it to see if they hit it on the nose. Will they be in the rings, or they need to roll a little bit? Looks like it might be out of the rings. And here comes the shot. And it looks really good. It's going to roll into the rings. Very nice. play another takeout. There's no going around the corner guard. You're going to keep it really simple. And a big roll. Did he get it behind the corner? Oh, very nice shot. Really nice shot. One of the things with this club, the Curl Moncton Club, is that there's no sideboards in the playing area, so you kind of have to watch the rocks on the next sheet. Make sure we're not throwing at the same time and getting the rocks going into the next house on the next sheet. And they're doing a great job catching the rocks so far. So we have one corner guard here, and we'll see if Manitoba can put their rock in behind this guard. And here it comes, the hog line. Resby sweeping hard. Sweeping hard. Is he going to get it into the rings? Sweeping hard. Oh, he's having a look at it. He puts his hand up and he says, I think it's in. And Nova Scotia comes along and has a look at it, and they're not so sure. Have a look at where the pinhole is and decide whether they're going to try and hit it out or not. So I think they're going to think that it's going to be in, so they're going to maybe make a play at it. Having a close look at it. Looks like they might try and play a double off the front one. Directions from the other end to see how much ice they want to take to make this shot. And I got the guard out of the way. Now an opportunity to split the house and sit two in the second end of play in the quarterfinal action at the Canadian Stick Curling Championships from Moncton, New Brunswick. And Resby sweeping, trying to get it into the house. There he goes. Now sitting two. And here comes the takeout from the Nova Scotia team. Looks like it's going to over curl just a little bit and just rolls out of the rings. So last rock, second end. There's an opportunity to score two. But they're looking at it to see if they're going to measure. It definitely might be a measure. it looks like it's coming into the house. Very nice. So we definitely got 1 point, and I'm thinking they're going to measure for the other one. But since they had a close look at it, both of them, and they were trying to play the shot, I'm thinking we're going to give them 2 points after 2 ends of play. And we might have to adjust that if that biter stick, and do the measure and find out that it's not in play. So it'll just take a few minutes to get the biter stick over here and have a look at it to see if it's in play or not. And we got the miter measure in place, and the team is going to measure their own rocks here. And here's the measure stick. Is it going to go by? It looks like it stops, so it's in the house. So 2 points for Norm Magnuson and Resby Coots on the second end, and lead 2-0. I'm going to start the third end here in Moncton, New Brunswick at the Canadian Stick Curling Championship. In other action, the Beach brothers have scored another 2 points in their game, stole 2 in the second end, so they're up 4-0 against John Dunsford and Myrna Sanderson of PEI. The game between Doucette and McDougall, the second end was blanked, so they're still leading 2-0 over Sears and Hendricks of BC. And in our other quarterfinal game, we have AJ Scott and Lowe from the Highland Curling Club in Regina playing against I'll just give me a minute and I'll find out Warren Johnson and Dan McDonald from Winnipeg, Manitoba. They're leading 1-0 after 2 ends of play. So it looks like we had a timeout called in our games. They went out to the meet halfway. There's allowed 2 timeouts in the game. They're only allowed 90 seconds for a discussion of what they want to do, but since they scored 2, they're trying to decide whether they want to maybe blank all the rest of the ends, or they want to put up guards, or what strategy they're going to play here in the third end. So Resby's delivering this first rock of the end, and looks like they're going to play it right into the house. And it is going to the back of the house. Is he going to get it out? And it just stops at the back of the house. So a reminder that they cannot hit any rocks out of play until the 4th rock of the end. And this is coming into the top of the house. I'm not sure they're going to be able to get shot rock. It looks like it's just a little bit short. And again, we can't hit it out until the 4th rock, so we're going to play another draw into the house. And it's going to the back of the house again. And just ticks the other rock, but still it looks like they might be sitting first and second. The Nova Scotia team's having a look at it to see if they're counting or not. And it looks like they're going to play a draw in around that blue rock at the top of the 12-foot. And it's coming in very nice. Looks like they're going to be able to get it around that one. And they definitely got shot rock out of this one. Great shot. So we've had 4 rocks in play now, so now we can start the takeouts. This looks really good. Just about got the double, but ticked it over a little bit. Just over curled just a wee little bit. And here comes the next rock. It's going to over curl a little bit for a guard. It does over curl quite a bit. So Resby Coots is going to get a chance to sit 4 if he hits this on the nose. Definitely doesn't want to over curl, and it's going to jam on the ones at the back. Oh, that's not the greatest shot. That's not what he wanted at all. Anywhere on the other side would have been okay, but now Marshall and Clark from Nova Scotia have a chance to get their 2 back in the next end here. And here comes the draw. And it's coming around the guard. Looks very nice. Going to the back of the house. Is it going to stop? Oh, it's right at the back. I'm not sure who's got second shot. Looks like maybe it's blue. So we're going to maybe, I don't think there's a double possibility there, but try and remove that one stone. This was a much better shot. I'm going to get a little bit of a roll. Oh, I don't know. Might have hit it, might have touched it enough to have the yellow rock on the outside edge of the 12-foot might be shot rock. And the one at the back might be shot rock, the way that they're playing this particular, they're just going to draw around the guard. Looks like yellow is sitting 2 for Manitoba. And it's coming around the guard very nice. And it looks like it's going to come right down to the other yellow rock at the back of the house. Very nice shot. Not going to be able to get that one out. It's hard to see with Norm Magnuson in the way, but it moves out of the way. There we can see where that rock is, and it looks like the only choice is to play a draw around the corner guard. And here comes the delivery by Resby. And around the guard for sure, sweeping it right to the back. It's not quite going to get back there, but it's right behind the guard. Going to make it quite hard for them to score their 2 points. Although the ice curls quite a bit, they should be able to get an out-turn tap coming around that guard on the outside if they want to maybe do that, and that looks like that's what the call is going to be. Here we go with the delivery. And it's looking really good. Well, they got the one rock out. Looks like they're only going to be able to count 1 on this end. They're having quite a look at it. Let's see who's actually shot rock, and Norm says 1 blue. So after 3 ends of play, the Manitoba team is up 2-1, playing the 4th end. We're very happy to have our sponsor, CIBC Wood Gundy, sponsoring this national championship. 4th end underway. In other action on the in the quarterfinals here for our open division, the Beach Brothers from Regina, Saskatchewan have stole another point and are leading 5-0. The team from Regina Scott, AJ Scott and Lowe are tied 1-1 against Dan McDonald and Warren Johnson from Manitoba. And the team of Sears and Hendricks scored 2 in the 3rd end to tie the game 2-2 against McDougall and Doucette from Nova Scotia. So we got one blue rock in play, and the attempt was to split the house with the other yellow rock there for Manitoba, but came up a little bit light. All right, here comes the Nova Scotia rock. Get by the guard. Perfect shot. Hitting just about rolled in behind. Manitoba's going to try and hit and roll out into the open. Hopefully have a chance to make a double here after a few more rocks. Coming very close to the guard. Is it going to get by? Oh, just by. What a shot. And here comes the shot from Nova Scotia. It's another fine shot. These guys are good. And is he going to get a little roll this time? He does. Oh, just rolled a little bit too far. But it put them together, so they might have an opportunity to make a double. The next rock. So deciding what they're going to do. Looks like they're just going to draw in and split the house. Not set up the double. Force Manitoba to a single if they can. Get last rock back in the next end. Here comes the draw. Looks very nice. Nice shot. Well, there looks like there might be a possibility of a double, or at least a hit and roll over in front of the other one. That's what they're going to try and play, a hit and roll. Maybe have a chance to get 3 in this end. Things work out. Oh, it didn't curl enough. And left them sitting 2. Nova Scotia has got a big chance to steal. one out front, top of the house. I'm going to make the draw really difficult. Okay, we're going to try and guard those two blue rocks, and top of the house, top 12-foot called for. Don't want to come in too deep, set up the triple. Well, looks like a really nice shot. Oh, it's coming in a little bit deeper than they wanted, so I think if they hit it on the nose, they should be able to, Manitoba should be able to count one. They don't really want to roll away on this one. They want to hit it dead on the nose. And here comes the rock. And it curled a little bit too much, so Nova Scotia steals one in the fourth end. And we have a tie game. After 4 ends of play, it's 2-2. Two ends to go in this game. In other action, we have the Beach Brothers leading PEI 5-1. Warren Johnson and Dan McDonald of Winnipeg stole two in the fourth end to go up 3-1 against Scott and Lowe of Regina. And Doucette and McDougall scored one in the fourth end to lead Sears and Hendricks 3-2. Just a reminder about two-person stick curling rules. Each team has 2 players, 6 rocks each end, and only 6 ends of play. Each player stays at their own end. No takeouts until the 4th rock of the end, and no sweeping between the hog lines. So that rock just stops at the back of the house, and instead of going around the guard, they're going to try and place that rock in front of the yellow rock. And here comes the rock. These are going to be enough, sweeping hard to get it there. Sweeping hard. Yeah, looks like it's going to be shot rock. So Norm Magnuson's going to call for a hit since this is the 4th rock of the end. I'm going to play a hit and try and get a big roll across the house. Avoid the jam at the back. And here's Resby delivering the rock. Looks like it's going to curl a little bit too much. I wanted to roll the other way, but gets it out of play. So now I've got the fourth rock finished. We can now again still play takeouts rather than drawing down to this one. See if we can take it out of play. And this one needs to curl a little bit. Well, it's a hit and roll out. It's giving Magnuson and Coots an opportunity to go around the guard, and looks like they're going to try to do that. The other option would be to peel the guard out and try and blank the end to have last rock in the sixth end, which would be the last end of the game. But it looks like they're going to try and score 2 points here in this fifth end. So Resby's just delivered a yellow rock here, trying to get it around. It looks like there's lots of room by the guard. Norm's sweeping it, trying to get it in behind. And they got maybe a quarter of the rock covered. But the way the ice swings, it looks like it's easily accessible. And here comes the rock. This looks really good. And just gonna roll out. Give the Manitoba team another chance. Get another draw in there, maybe take a little bit less ice. And it looks like we have our first final. The Beach Brothers from Regina scored another 2 in the fifth end and are now up 7-1. And the PEI team says that's enough for today. And so the Beach Brothers will be in the semifinals later today. And Resby's rock just ended up behind the button, which will give the Nova Scotia team a real good opportunity to freeze up to it and maybe steal one in this end. And here it comes over the hog line. Sweeping hard. Get it by the guard. Yep. Oh, excellent shot. Right on the button. Shot rock. And I'm now trying to decide if there's any opportunity to get that out. Looks like they're going to peel the guard off. Oh, looks like it's coming straight back. Well, opened it up. It's better than it was. Should have a Nova Scotia try and put another guard up and maybe steal one in the end. Here's the call. Top of the house. And here it comes over the hog line. It might curl a little too much. He's going to get a tick. Oh, should be able to see at least half the rock. In other action, Sears and Hendricks from BC tied the game 3-3. So Doucette and McDougall have last rock coming home. And here's Resby's delivery. And he hit it and rolled out. Great shot, Resby. So we're all done the fifth end, and we're still tied 2-2. One end to play. Thanks again to CIBC Wood Gundy for sponsoring our National Stick Curling Championships here in Moncton, New Brunswick. So the Nova Scotia teams needs to steal one, so there looks like the first rock is going to be a guard, short guard. Very nice, right on the center line. Two-person stick curling has not implemented the no tick rule yet for rocks on the center line, so they're able to move that off the center line if they so desire. It looks like they're going to just try and make an open draw to the house. Here comes the rock now. Resby's going to decide if he needs to sweep or not. Just leaving it, watching it come into the house. Looks like it's an excellent shot to the tee line. That's the winning point over there. And Nova Scotia needs to steal, so they're going to ignore that, but they're going to have a timeout to discuss the next shot and how they're going to play the strategy. So they're meeting there and having a dialogue on how they're going to play this end. Well, I'm not sure there's many choices here for what they want to do. They need to steal one, so I think they need to play either want to play one more guard, to have a double guard before they go around, or they start going around this rock. So another action in our quarterfinals here at Curl Moncton at the Canadian Stick Curling Championships in the Open Division. Warren Johnson and Dan McDonald of Manitoba, Winnipeg, Manitoba, have stoled one in the fifth and are now leading 4-1, playing the last end. And it looks like the Nova Scotia team is, I'm not sure what the call was, but they're going to make two guards side by side, so Resby should have an opportunity to peel both of those out if he so desires. Looks like that's going to be the call. See if he can get both of them out. Oh, I'm not sure that's the turn they want to play, but I guess we'll see what happens. Thinking you want to let it over curl a little bit. Maybe that's what they're trying to do. And it looks like an excellent shot. Clear off the front, open everything up, and should give them a clear opportunity to get their 1 point in the last end. And here comes the Nova Scotia rock. Is it going to get over the hog line? It's really close. Is it going to get there? It does. Long, long guard. Resby's having a look at it, deciding what they're going to do with this. So they're going to try and peel it out. It looks like Norm likes to throw this out turn, so they're going to get him to throw that again. And this one's not curling nearly enough. Ooh. Left the center guard out, which makes the Nova Scotia team pretty happy. They should be able to get another, maybe a short guard, and then have an opportunity to draw in there with their last one to try and steal the end. And there's lots of room by the guard. And here it comes, curls in. It's going to curl in there really nice. Yeah, an excellent shot. Really nice short guard. Good opportunity to get the last one in and steal. So Resby says, let's get rid of these guards out front. I peeled the top guard, and we got another final. The team of Dan McDonald and Warren Johnson run the Scott and Low team out of Rocks, so they're now going to advance to the semifinals later today. And we're trying to get this rock in behind, and it's coming up short. Oh, so I'll have one more opportunity to see if they can get one in there. Oh, looks like they're going to call a timeout. So in our other action, we have last rock coming down with Doucette and Dave McDougall throwing the last rock. He needs to put it into the house to score his 1 point. And Paul is just sweeping it lightly. Looks like it's going to be in the house, and they're going to advance. McDougall and Doucette over Sears and Hendricks from BC. One more semifinal team decided. And it looks like the Manitoba team here's made a decision on what they want to call. So we'll see where Resby puts the broom down to see what to call, what they've decided to do. Well, looks like they're going to get rid of the guard right on the center line. And it looks like it's going to work out really well. Peels that off, so one shot remaining for Nova Scotia to draw the in behind the guard and get shot rock and try and steal the game. Deciding which turn they're going to try to play to get in there. And it looks like the broom's down. They're going to play an in turn. And here it comes. It looks like it might be a little bit warm. Oh, it looks excellent. Looks like it might stop in time. Resby's getting ready to sweep. Oh, just passed at the back of the house, so we have a final. Manitoba wins 3-2. Thanks for watching Canadian Stick Curling Championships from Moncton, New Brunswick, sponsored by CIBC Wood Gundy. We'll be back later to take in the semifinals of the women event and the open event. Will be in a few minutes, and please join us then. Signing out for now. This is Randy Olson, your announcer.